Hi, I'm Michael Schellback with YS Benefits. We've decided to create an educational video series to explain the different types of insurance that's available in the market today. We will go over pros, cons, who those types of plans best suit, and more importantly, who should stay far, far away. In today's video, we'll be discussing short-term medical insurance is an alternative for marketplace insurance. It's for the person who does not want to pay the ACA prices and does not have many medical problems. These types of plans operate much more similar to how health insurance was before the ACA started. First of all, there's underwriting involved with these types of plans, so not everyone would qualify for these plans. These plans have a defined end date, which means that before your policy goes effective, you have a date that it will end. Now that time can be anywhere between 1 month and 3 years. Because it has an end date, the policy has less of a risk to the insurance provider. What does that mean for you? Typically lower premiums. These plans also do not cover pre-existing conditions. They are not considered qualified ACA programs. In the past, that would have meant a fine. But as we all know, the fines have been taken away. There's no longer any fines for not having qualified health insurance. These types of plans have a deductible and co-insurance. They operate, as I mentioned, more like how major medical insurance used to operate. Some of the plans now incorporate co-pays for the doctor. But for the most part, what you will have is you will have a deductible, you will have a co-insurance, and once your policy, if ever, meets your deductible plus your co-insurance, your policy will have 100% coverage for the rest of the year for all of the covered medical expenses. What that means for you is, God forbid, if you end up in the hospital because you have a stroke, you should not have to worry about getting a bill for $100,000. That's something that unfortunately has happened in the past. Short-term medical, for a lot of people, is an ideal program. Now, who qualifies or who should actually look into short-term medical plans? Well, a few people. People who are not getting subsidies, people who are healthy. If you have medical conditions, or you're getting a heavily subsidized insurance plan, short-term medical is probably not your best option. For one, if you're getting a heavy subsidy, paying nothing or very little for your insurance is probably worth its weight in gold. If you have medical conditions, this type of plan will not cover you. God forbid something major happens concerning a medical condition. At that point, it's probably best off if you have either a policy through work or a policy through the marketplace. Now, if, God forbid, you have a policy like this and something major was to happen, keep in mind, at the end of your term, you will have to reapply for insurance. And if you have a knockout, like let's say you have a heart attack while on a short-term medical plan, when the policy ends at that end date, you will no longer qualify for that program. Hopefully, you've done this correctly and your policy ends at the end of the year, where you would be able to go into a marketplace insurance policy at that point. Sometimes, unfortunately, you're going to have to foot the bill, even if it's expensive, if something like this was to happen. Okay, well, thank you so much for your time. Have a great day.